So let's intro first YouTube, and then I'll go live on Facebook. Go.
Hello, everybody. This is my first YouTube live. First ever. Not even on the laptop. It's on my cell phone. It's right now on my cell phone. I'm going to take a picture of that so that...
Hello, everyone.
I'm Olive of New York Real, and I'm here with Ariel. Oh my God. I can't believe what's happening right now.
I am Ariel with Urbanist Live.
And you guys know about Urbanist. If you love New York City, you have to tune in because he walks around and take you to all these amazing places and tell you the history about it. You'll love it. So this morning you just did one.
I did one on Central Park West. Okay, and let's go live on Facebook at the same time, and then we'll start talking.
All right, I will show.
All right. So right now we're also going on Facebook Live. Oh my God. No.
So.
Okay, so I mistakenly did not turn off.
Okay, so.
Okay, so technical error. So keep on talking while I fix this.
So we met up here at Highline Hotel. We walked the Highline earlier, and I really love the Highline because it's unpredictable. You definitely would run into a friend or more than one friend at the Highline, and we ran into two.
Yes, two
and
friends.
We were excited to see vloggers with their cameras, like all set up. It's like,
we saw one
hey,
specific
same
vlogger.
species. And I got my coffee. We are ready. And the reason why I took video from this camera is I wanted to show you that we are doubling down today. We are doing Facebook Live and YouTube Live at the same time.
I'm so excited. Right now I am writing the copy for the Facebook Live.
Yes, writing the copy is writing the title so that people know what they're watching, they can tune in. And this is such a good time for experimenting with these things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I knew that I could do Facebook Live, but I didn't want to carry my laptop and do it on my laptop because the camera is not even as good as iPhone. Never done it, and this is the first time. Very excited.
So this is live, so you see everything. Time is a different concept on live video because you get to see every single little part of what we're doing here.
I will put you right back where you are after this. Let me show you. This is like the back area of the Highline Hotel. There's a little coffee shop right here. And it's beautiful, isn't it? So why did I not do YouTube Live? Because I couldn't do it. I didn't have 10,000 subscribers. But now I can, because they changed it to, if you have 1,000, you can go live. And that's why we're doing it today. All right, I'm back. Put you right down here. All right. Now we are going live on his camera.
Hello everyone, it's Ariel with Urbanist. Today I'm joined by a friend of mine on a coffee break in Intelligentsia in the historic Highline Hotel, Olive, who runs New York Real, an amazing interview series where she interviews the best minds of New York City. Who have you interviewed? Name drop right now. Three people.
Our favorite one is James Altucher. He's a writer, investor. I have Andrew WK, musician, on there. Sarah Neufeld, she's a musician. She's in the band Arcade Fire. She also owns a studio that I work out at called Modo Yoga. Cindy Gallup of Make Love Not Porn. I'll be like looking up and down because we have two cameras.
So everyone on Facebook Live and YouTube Live, we're doing two live streams as well. Olive does YouTube on New York Reel, which is an interview series, an offshoot of London Reel, another great interview series. And right now, Olive is doing YouTube Live, experimenting with it, your first one.
Yeah, my first one.
And right now, I'm on Facebook Live, as you can all tell. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Shayla. Hello, everyone. Feel free to say hi. Feel free to ask any questions whatsoever about travel, about creation, about awesome people in New York City. And Olive is going to do an interview like she does on New York Reel right now as I do this Facebook Live. And hello, Claudio. And feel free, everyone, to say hi in YouTube. It's great to do YouTube Live on mobile.
Yes, Mike. How
agree.
are you?
So, Aline, Andrea, hello. If you want to see the YouTube Live as well, follow Olive on New York Reel.
It's REAL, like it's real.
Yeah, and we're getting real today, right now.
And you guys, if you have another mobile computer available, tune in.
Yeah, exactly. Tune
to
in at
Facebook.
both
Urbanist. Urbanist on Facebook. So
Urbanist.
you see this happening at the same time.
So search Urbanist Live on Facebook.
Urbanist Live.
Okay, so Miguel, yes, Olive, hello. You love this? Hello, amazing. This is Olive again. Okay.
All right, so sometimes we'll be looking at you guys, and sometimes you guys. So, but we love you all. So, I do have a question for you.
Yes.
You were sharing so many good tips for vloggers in New York City or everywhere in the world. When you walk and talk and holding your camera, share the little tips that you shared with me earlier. With my audience.
So walking and talking. Okay, so what I do basically for context is I do Facebook Live tours of cities around the world. I'm starting with New York City. It's 1 to 3 hour historical tours, like historical walkthroughs in neighborhood or a landmark. And one of my biggest tips is first the stabilizer. Let's scoot a little bit. Okay, actually this way. Is using the stabilizer. And the stabilizer makes it super smooth so people don't feel too shaky cam all of a sudden. Hello, you both.
Hi, Miguel.
Hello, Miguel. But
Hi,
yeah,
Tracy.
okay, so one of the things I do on Urbanist, which a lot of people might not realize, is I like to tell emotion through motion.
Ah,
Yeah.
tagline.
That's my tagline. I mean, I wrote Medium articles on it.
Emotion through motion.
Actually,
I love it.
Medium has made me top social media writer, one of the top social media writers, because I've written about this on Facebook Live. So yeah, when I can't rely on editing when I do Facebook Live, because obviously it's 2 hours of just one camera moving around. And I don't just want to speak. I love movies. I'm in this because I'm basically making 2 hour movies on my own. So I like telling beyond just the spoken word. I like moving the camera in particular ways to convey more emotion, so people feel more immersed while watching my content.
Like they're with you or they are you.
Yeah, so I do the first person thing, which I actually learned from one of my favorite bloggers, Casey Neistat.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of like the first person hand motions. Cindy. Okay, so Cindy asks. So we're reading comments from Facebook Live just for context in the YouTube people, and we'll do vice versa. Cindy asks, one of the best things Ariel does is inclusion you can ask questions and always try to answer them back again. Yes, indeed. And in the beginning, I thought Ariel there was at least 2 cameras. No, I just do one camera.
Wow.
So the cool thing about either live platform, you can switch camera views.
So they thought you have one on you and one is what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Because you also hold your camera sometimes on the side as if people are with you. Like I'm with you right now, so if you hold the camera on that side, the left and right.
Yeah. Either side. I do either side. So yes, that's one of the Facebook Live moves I do. To make you feel like you're with me, I hold the camera on the side and walk in the direction I'm walking to. And it literally makes you feel like you're walking alongside with me.
Yeah.
Which I want people to feel like, because I have people from all over the world watching for various reasons. Some people are watching because they're planning to come to New York. Some people are watching because they're planning to to not travel. They just want to stay home and actually save some money and just end up seeing New York through my eyes.
And then maybe someday visit.
Someday visit. I had one commenter once say, Ariel, you saved me thousands of dollars. Thank you.
Flights and hotels.
Yeah, he doesn't want to travel. He just sees my stuff. And then I have followers also who are unable to explore for various reasons. And I enable them to explore vicariously.
I love it.
Yeah.
And like beyond the technology, like talking about using the phones, using your camera, is that we want to be close. We want to be at one place together. And I think right now, like with Zoom, I love Zoom. I can talk to anybody on Zoom and have
What's Zoom?
Zoom is an app to. It's an app on the phone.
The conferencing app.
Conference, yeah.
Okay.
Video call, video chat. It's super clear. Reading comments.
Yes,
Putting on glasses.
thanks, Leanne. You're so welcome. From the comfort of your own bed. Yes, that's why I like showing. Cindy, it feeds your New York addiction. Nally, your armchair travelers. That's amazing. Actually, name for
Armchair travelers.
for like a Facebook group.
Wow.
Yes, you do make me feel like I'm walking with you. Always feel included within your walks. Okay, so this is another factor right now. What we're doing, reading the comments.
Yeah.
A lot of people do Facebook Live, Periscope, YouTube Live, and they never read the comments.
Yeah. They let them pass by.
They don't let them pass by, or they read every once in a while. They're like, "Oh, someone asked a question." Not me. I like reading every single comment as much as possible. Right now we're conversing, so I'm not reading everything. But when I'm alone, definitely read everything.
You can just like touch the screen and move them.
Yeah.
So you won't miss any of them.
Yeah. So.
Oh, we see some hearts.
Thank you for the hearts. Paul, since you're drinking coffee, what are your favorite coffee shops and cafes in Manhattan and Queens? Well, I'll get to that question soon. So yeah, I think one aspect of Facebook Live or YouTube Live, or live streaming in general, is the ability to answer people and talk with them. Because if you're not talking with them, just do a regular video and edit it together. Or
the comments will come later.
The comments will come later. Then you can answer it later. Or, make a TV show.
I have a story with Periscope.
Okay.
The first time I used it, I was running for 5K, and I've never done a 5K at the time.
Ooh, okay.
And I just like put in Coach Me for my 5K. So I literally started running, and I'm holding my phone. And people just give me tips of what I should do, and like about my breathing.
Yeah.
And like somebody said, breaks are for girls, don't stop.
Which is slightly sexist.
I know, but they were making fun a joke.
Yeah.
And then when I finished, like I fell down on the floor. Like I was like, I did it, and because all these people that I never met around the world coach me. I don't even know who they are.
Okay. Oh, that's amazing. I mean, that's part of the magic of live streaming. Everyone's in the experience with you. So today I did a tour of Central Park West.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
You have the most viewed video today.
Yes.
Was it 63,000? Oh my God.
But yeah, I was recounting the last days of John Lennon. And I had people today in the comments, and maybe you guys are watching right now, told me that they were there. One person was there that night. Just happened to be around the same time. Didn't see what happened, but she just happened to be around that time that day. And then a few other people watching. She commented and told me that. And a few other people told me that they were there the day right after. And they were telling me their experiences in the comments while I was live, and me repeating it and making it part of the show.
Wow.
So their experiences and their knowledge and their stories become part of the show. Not because if you see Anthony Bourdain or if you see Travel Channel, which are amazing, amazing shows, but they're different because you're just seeing the experience that they're showing to you. But here, it's one to many and one to one. So it's a combination. I can have a one-to-one conversation with each and every person watching, listen to their stories, retell their stories on the video, and also it's one to many because I'm doing content to many people at the same time.
Yes. And then also people can go back and watch it later.
Yeah. Hello, Joanne and Shayla. You love the Highline. This is the Highline Hotel. We're 1 block away from the Highline. And
somebody asked me for my
Eileen?
name. Hi, I am Olive.
Olive, she runs New York Rail. Okay, so what is New York Rail? Let us know.
Like the coffee shop, Underlight Coffee. That's where I went last summer when I was in New York City. Oh, Mike, you were in New York City last summer. Next time when you come, let us know.
Cindy says Urbanist is original. Amazing. Okay, so first of all, let's answer coffee shop question. What's your favorite coffee shops in New York City?
I saw you did a video at the in Williamsburg with coffee.
Oh yeah, I'll be it.
Okay, there's a place I really like called Freehold.
Ooh, Freehold.
It has a lot of space. It's in Williamsburg,
It's huge.
South 3rd.
1 block away from the Vice Media offices.
Yes. I go to Freehold for skee ball and coffee a lot.
Ski ball, interesting. Okay. It's also like a co-working space at this point because it's such a huge space.
Yeah.
It's a club at night.
Yeah, I have meetings there.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. Well, at night is like a completely different vibe.
Yeah. It's an entire
There's
club.
DJ.
And a huge restaurant.
I like variety coffee, basic.
Yeah, for me, actually, let's stick to the same neighborhood. I also love Blue Bottle in Williamsburg, which I've done a Facebook Live before of it. Intelligentsia right now.
This is the first time I had this.
Yeah, these guys are from Chicago. And they have their coffee shop inside the Highline Hotel. So yeah, that's what I love. And Paul, thank you so much for putting in the link. Okay, so Olive,
Yes.
what is New York Real?
So New York Real started out as a video podcast. At the time, I watched a lot of Brian Rowe's video on London Real, and one day I decided to make a video to show Brian that to tell him I love his work. So I was walking around in New York City, actually going to work, but being late or something.
So what is Brian Rowe's and London Real?
So London Real is a video podcast channel. It's very popular. It's done in it's done in London, but Brian he lived in New York before. He is American, and so on London Real, I see so many inspiring guests, and I'm always so touched by Brian's reaction and the questions that he asked. So one day I decided to tell him that I really love his show by making a video. I was walking in New York City with my camera, and I was like, "Hey Brian, this is Olive. I'm a fan of yours." I'm just fangirling. I was like, "This is Olive of New York Real." I was joking, totally joking. And then told him, like, "Can you interview this person and that person? I'd really love to see them on your show."
Okay.
And later on, I got an email back, and he said, "New York Real? Make it happen. Where's New York Real?" It was like, interview someone, send me a pilot.
Okay.
No excuses.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So no excuses is in my mind.
Interesting.
And I feel like that was
very confident, man.
that's
You
very
have to be, because
useful
you're
for me.
entrepreneur. Yeah.
Yeah, in like every part of my life, I think about Brian saying no excuses. I started a podcast with knowing nothing about camera or editing. I taught myself Final Cut Pro, and I was talking to Ariel earlier how much we love editing.
Oh yeah.
It's such a nerdy thing to do, but I get so excited when I get to edit like at night with no distraction. Just make a video and share it with the world. So I learned so much by just starting a channel and running
And it's
with
on
it.
YouTube, and you've been interviewing different type of people. How do you pick your people?
I have 25 full episodes. It's all
And they're long. They're like an hour to 2 hours, just like
they're
mine.
1 to 3 hours.
Also, just like mine.
Because I feel like people want to spend time with you. They don't want to always see only like jump cuts, and I want to give them that experience as well. Because a lot of things on set, like if I'm looking at you, there's something here that if I do a podcast, listeners won't get. And I feel like I want to show it with the camera.
That is a good point. And everyone keep asking questions. We'll answer them soon. Yeah, we'll go back.
I realize that I might not be able to go back on YouTube, but
So I think you click here.
it's all a learning process.
So we're learning right now. Do you edit on your Apple computer and laptop? And Ames ask. Do you edit on the Apple?
I edit on a Mac. Now,
cool.
ever since I used Mac, I can never go back. When I was a PC
That
user,
rhymes. Yes, it does. Andrea from Vienna, hello.
When I used to use PC, I thought, Mac user. Like, it's just more expensive. You just want to show that you have taste.
What's a status symbol?
But it's not.
No.
It's not. It's so easy. It's so user friendly. Everything with Apple, you can just use it as a regular human who is curious, and you will find the answer. And I really love it. I use Final Cut Pro 10. You can start learning by putting your clips together, taking something that you don't want, out of it, and trying all the filters, the sounds. You can do so much with it. So I recommend going with it. I've never used any other editing program before that. Like not even what was it?
Adobe Premiere.
iMovie or
And Nikita says she wants to learn how to edit. You can just go on YouTube, take a few videos, and YouTube type in Adobe Premiere tutorial or Final Cut Pro tutorial.
You can learn everything on YouTube.
It's very easy. You can learn within 20 minutes. Jennifer asks, what kind of camera do you use? Hold up.
Okay, I am a minimalist. Not as fancy as all my YouTube friends.
Okay.
but this is enough. So I love my camera a lot. It's the Sony NEX5T. I think since then they came up with new models, but this is enough for me. And I love that it's autofocus.
Oh yeah, and that's how Facebook Live looks.
So you guys have the upper and lower level. And
Cindy has a great question.
Okay.
Who's the person you want to interview the most?
Wow.
Who you would want to be interviewed Who? Okay, let me read
I think
exactly.
I get it.
Who would be the person you would want to interview most? Be okay. Yeah. Who would be the person you want to interview the most?
Well, some of the people that I interviewed, I couldn't believe I did it already. But at some point in my life, they were my dream. Like with James Altucher or Cindy Gallup, they were dreams.
And Cindy Gallup, Make Love Not Porn, great TED Talk.
Oh, you watched the TED Talk?
Yeah, I love her. I listen to all her interviews. She's amazing. Yeah.
That's another topic. That's a great topic.
Oh, yes.
Sharing real life sex on social media.
Great
it's
topic.
just like you drinking your coffee.
And I've talked about this on Facebook Live before.
did.
I would love to one day make an entire blog dedicated to talking about sex and erotica in a clean
too.
way, not in a pornographic way. Just
I want New York real sex.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Wait, there was something else.
Leisha.
Oh, I didn't answer that question.
On YouTube, New York Real. Sorry.
One thing that I think one person we mentioned that inspired both of us. Everybody knows Gary Vee. I do look forward to talking to Gary Vee one day.
Well, I have people watching from all over the world that are probably don't know Gary Vee. So Gary Vee, who is he?
Okay.
Yeah.
So Gary is an entrepreneur. He is a media person. He wrote a book called Jab 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 Right Hook, and he's a walking and talking idea of
guru, social media guru.
Just making use of everything you have to learn, to grow, and get to another level, and hustle.
Exactly, yeah. That's his main idea. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Oh, that's amazing. And Leisha, you're so welcome. Yes. So what do you think about the YouTube world so far? How is it?
I was so lonely for the first year of my YouTube life because I didn't know anybody who also, does the same thing. Maybe I have one YouTuber friend at a time. And a lot of my friends are in the podcast world.
Oh, you can hook it up.
Wow, wait.
Oh, no,
different.
Definitely.
Oh, no.
Okay,
yeah.
so what were you saying?
Those are the limits, the battery.
Yeah. Oh, because I have a battery pack case and I also have the battery pack charger. So I have a lot of battery.
That's good. Yeah, so, and I thought it was just a place where I have to be really, really ready and make a polished video and share it. Then later on, there's Facebook Live, Instagram Story. Now there's another, what is Periscope, all the platform. But it forces you to share before you feel ready, which is kind of like a metaphor in life. We don't feel ready for a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
But we need to just take action. Well, that takes us to my tagline. of New York Reel is the act of finding out.
The act of finding out.
So my New York Reelers, I call them my New York Reelers, know about it because I always say the act of finding out. When you don't know something, when you don't know how to do it, when you don't even know if you like it or not, just take action. Go try it out and experience and make some friends who also do it. I think that's just the essence of living.
That's why your interviews are all like free form, chatting, without really too much.
I thought of questions I can ask my guests, but I don't want to go question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not. It's boring for me. If I don't want to watch it, I wouldn't want to.
It's not really good interviewing, also.
Because one question will lead to, the answer will lead to another question.
Yes, exactly.
Sometimes one guest would lead to another guest too, because they would introduce me to their friends and a little circle.
That has happened to me here in first meeting creators and also with tour guides. Like, one tour guide leads me to another tour guide, and then I just end up like meeting people from all over New York City who know a lot about different parts of history.
Yeah, and that's how we met too.
Yes.
I knew Roberto from online, and then Roberto introduced me to Craig Adams. Oh my God, we gotta shout out to Roberto Blake and Craig Adams. Love these guys.
The two major YouTubers. And they do great content online.
And now we met, and everybody's on kit.com, which is a really good platform that you can get on as well to share your favorite things. And you might also make a little commission when people like the things that you like. And I feel so lucky.
Oh yeah, likewise.
It hasn't been always like this.
Not for me either. And Cindy says mistakes are good and real. We're losing a lot of that with photo editing. It's a shame. Live is good. Yeah, I mean, live is different.
I agree.
Live is different. Live, in my opinion, is just a higher degree of reality than video.
Higher degree of reality.
Yes. So you get just a little bit more reality. Though, I don't think it's fully real because it's still a performance. But you can see a little bit more of the reality. So while I'm walking around or while we're interviewing right now, we have those pauses, we have those empty spaces.
Yeah. Like my battery's low is like 20% now.
Oh yeah.
Because I didn't know that I can do it on my cell phone. Next time I'll be charged.
I'll let you keep asking questions, everyone. We'll answer it a little bit later. I'll scroll back. Ask me questions before it goes away. I'll let you finish your interview first.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so I know that you were that kid that reads Wikipedia and learn everything, absorb knowledge, and you studied engineering.
Electrical engineering.
And you also love history.
Yes.
When you look back, you see how you connected the dots. But when you were young, what did you want to do? And what did you think that is still true today that you still love to do? Or something that's a surprise later on?
Oh, so when I was 5 years old, my mom has this like notebook where she, for like the first like 13 years of my life, wrote like a questionnaire, put a photo, and a few other like memorabilia, puts all in the book. And at 5 years old in kindergarten, I wrote when it says, "What do you want to be when you want to grow up?" I wrote movie director. At 5.
What movie have you seen then?
Yeah, it was like I had no idea how I even had the concept of a movie director, but I knew I wanted to make films ever since I was 5 years old. So in essence, that's why I am doing this right now. I was struggling making vlogs or edited films before because I'm a person who kind of hates brevity. I hate like planning things ahead of time too much and forcing my thoughts into condensed snippets.
Yes, I understand that.
I can't really do vlogging too well before. I'm getting a little bit better now. So when I started doing live streaming, I just gravitated to it because it was so easier to just let my thoughts free. I can film without the constraint of needing to edit. So I was in essence making 2-hour movies. I still am in essence making 2-hour movies 4 to 5 times a week. I actually had a goal last year. I told myself I'm gonna make 5 short films in the next year, so I can start really making movies.
Wow.
And now I make 5 short films every week.
I love that.
Yeah, and I consider these films. Every single live stream, I consider it a film. Of course, they're not high production movies, and one day I'll get to that point. But visually, I think they're engaging enough to be their own experience.
Wow. I really love that, because you might not think that, okay, the traditional way is going to film school and interning and, being a PA and collecting your hours and maybe be a AD. Sure.
Yeah, sure thing, 100%.
We're watching
We're in
this
the
nice
cafe right now,
lady's bags for her while we're Facebook living and YouTube living.
So if anyone comes to try to steal it, we'll catch them on live video.
So making you guys responsible too. But you make your own way, and you end up, I believe you are a movie director. I mean, you already are. Yeah. It's just that you have more and more projects that come out, maybe longer, maybe every time you can control the quality better, you will have a team with you. I just can't wait. Like a year from now.
That's awesome.
I want to make short films too.
Yeah, I mean, let's do one in the near future. Let's collaborate. But making your own path, that's a great point, because I actually studied electrical engineering for 7 years.
Okay, so how did that begin and end?
That began because I was unsure that I could direct movies, and I was procrastinating basically for 7 years studying one of the most harder majors.
Well, you can do that. You can do anything.
Because I was not making movies, so I was just literally procrastinating studying engineering, thinking it was a safe career. Another reason I studied engineering was because one of my favorite movie directors also got into electrical engineering before he started filmmaking, and it's James Cameron.
I did not know that.
Yeah, the director of Avatar
I did not know that.
Terminator 2.
Really?
Yeah. He studied electrical engineering. His brother is a full-time electrical engineer. They both together built the submarine necessary to film the Titanic. And then they also together built the 3D cameras used in Avatar.
Now that makes a lot of sense. And they waited many years to do the Avatar because they didn't have the technology right after Titanic. Right?
Yeah, it took them 12 years, and same thing with Titanic. It's he spent 8 years developing it. So actually, in the back of my mind while studying electrical engineering, I knew that I really didn't want to do this. I like tech, but I don't like too much engineering. That's why I'm not working at it. But in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, so if James Cameron eventually became a movie director, maybe I will, even though I'm wasting my time doing electrical engineering. No offense to engineers out there. It wasn't for me. Choose your own path. So then I went to community management. I never worked as an engineer. I went directly into community management. First job was with Foursquare as a support intern, doing their community work and support work. And that got me into knowing how to talk to people online.
You are really good with people. When I first met Ariel, I felt like I've known him for years. It's like we went to college together or something.
We've known each other for an entire month.
Both on the CUNY.
Yeah, we both went to CUNY as well. Community management actually informed how I make my videos now, because I interact with the community. I build a community and make a video at the same exact time. And actually, so while I was in electrical engineering, I also wrote a music blog for 6 years, writing daily about music and spirituality.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It was called Uncharted Lust, and I gathered a fan, 8,000 followers.
Oh.
Yeah. It was my first project into social media.
Love it. His right brain and left brain are equally developed. I looked at all these. Okay, so there are 3 questions that I always ask my guests. Let me shoot you with them. And if my phone died, then I will continue with this. Hopefully it won't. So we will go back to all the questions.
We'll go back to the questions, yeah.
What would you say to the 20-year-old Ariel if you can Facebook or Zoom, I mean Facebook,
Yeah.
I don't mean Facebook, Zoom or Skype
Yeah.
with this person right in front of you.
That's amazing.
Which
I can't wait until that invention is made. Skype
Very-
through time travel.
Very close. We are very
One day
close.
we'll get there. Why would I tell the 20-year-old Ariel? Honestly, I would tell myself to go into film school. Yeah, I would study film in City College, not in an expensive school like NYU. I don't want to go to debt. Why would I tell myself to go into film school? Mostly because I actually don't think college is useful. In my opinion, everything I learned, even electrical engineering, I learned most of it through
Reading by yourself?
through reading by myself, but also through YouTube videos. Khan Academy. There was free lectures from a bunch of Indian universities that talked about electrical engineering. So I just watched that and basically cut class and only went for the midterm and final. One day I had to show my ID at my final because my professor didn't believe I was in the class.
Oh, because they had
Yeah.
never seen you.
They'd never seen me. I was learning only on YouTube. But yes, I would tell myself to study film because I think I would have met more interesting people beforehand. Not to say that electrical engineering people weren't interesting, they were. But I would have met more people in my type of crowd beforehand. It took me quite a while to start meeting creatives.
Okay. Would he listen to you?
What?
Would he listen to you?
I think, yeah. Fuck yeah, I would be like, oh yes. Future Ariel, you're so
He was
right.
like, yeah, I knew
Do
when I
this.
was 5.
Yeah, you have a beard, I trust you.
Love it. So my second question has 4 parts.
Oh, awesome. Ooh,
Can
4-part
you
question.
give us one tip of these in each of the following areas?
Okay.
Health, wealth, love, and happiness.
Okay, so what's the first
Like
one?
a health tip?
Health tip. What's a health tip? Actually, one of the best diets I've ever done is the slow carb diet, which is suggested by Tim Ferriss. And it's basically paleo diet, which is basically cutting off grains and cheeses at least 5 to 6 days a week. And it emulates how people actually ate before industrialized farming. And ever since doing that, it has been really a game changer. I've lost weight. I've been a little bit bad at it because I'm trying to save money, so it's a lot easier to buy ready foods. But when I was doing it a few months ago, hardcore, it actually made me feel a lot lighter, a lot better, a lot faster.
Energy.
Energy, yeah. My skin was clear.
I've seen like Tim shows pictures. It's always a little bit of like little bit of meat, lean meat, and then
So the diet is basically you just cut off dairy, grain, and fruits. Because if you think about it,
even fruits have a lot of sugar.
in prehistory, yeah, fruits have a lot of sugar. In prehistory, most people wouldn't eat fruits. Fruits you only eat it during the summer when naturally you would have more activity. And if you were from a tropical country, fruits were actually hard to gather, so you only have them every once in a while. And then with breads, grain wasn't really a thing in prehistory. People would be eating mostly meat and yeah, mostly meat and other vegetables. So the cool thing about the diet is that you can eat as much as you want. Just take out those things and have one cheat day where you can eat as much as you want.
Saturday is Tim's cheat day.
Yeah, that's mine as well. I eat a lot of donuts on that day. I love donuts. So yeah, that is very helpful because first I feel a lot more full. I don't need to calorie count, plan meals. I can just eat a bunch of sweet potato or spinach and a bunch of meats and get really filled up and actually lose weight and feel healthier.
That's a health tip.
Yeah, that's a health tip.
So-
As you can tell, I speak for a while. That's why I'm natural at Facebook Live. I could give very long answers.
Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I cut cheese for a while, but then sometimes like on pizza,
Yeah, it's
cannot.
hard. It's hard, especially at Facebook Live. I try to cover more food. So
Yeah. But it's about balance. I just usually do mostly this, sometimes that. So the mostly is like all the greens and the good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so second tip is about wealth.
Ooh. So I'm not the best person to ask because I basically have none.
But just the
So,
idea of
what do I intuitively think would be a good thing for wealth? And also, I've learned a lot by listening to a bunch of interviews like yours with in New York Real, and listening to Tim Ferriss and James Altucher and Gary Vee. I think wealth, you have to do something you like doing, and if you like doing it and happen to be good at it at the same time, do it even if it brings no money, because eventually it'll bring a lot of wealth, and wealth in all types of ways, both monetary and social, and also in terms of romance and everything. I think just by doing what you love and becoming good at it, opportunities will come to you of all types.
That's kind of interesting, because usually people go right to talking about money or saving money, but you take the other route, like think about what you love first. If you do a lot of it and you're good at it, that's going to bring you wealth. It's like a side effect of it.
It's not a side effect. No, it's a side effect, but I think also it's even more than that, because people want to pay people that they're good at something, that they're good at something. And the only way to truly be a master of something is to like it.
Yeah.
And if you like it and you're good at it, people are going to pay you, and they're going to pay you in droves. At least intuitively. I haven't experienced this in person yet. But people will pay you because you're the best at it. Like you're good and you love it. It's a perfect combination. People are just going to gravitate towards that.
And you love doing it, and they can't get it anywhere else.
Yeah. So good examples is my heroes at movie directing. For example, Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino, the director of Pulp Fiction, he was a video rental clerk and loved movies, and he watched a lot of movies, and he wanted to make movies, but he didn't go to film school. And the way he ended up making movies is just by filming a feature-length movie with his friends with very little budget over the course of like 2 years, and that was his first film, and it was complete shit, and he even said it himself. But because he loved it so much and kept on doing it, even with no opportunity, he ended up making good films that people end up paying him for. And he loves it so much that he keeps on doing it. You rarely see a successful movie director or a successful actor or a successful interviewer if they don't like it. It's very rare. And if they do it, even though they don't like it, they just happen to be a little bit good at it, they have middling success.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why, in the world of movies, you have your directors who do it for just a job, and yeah, they get steady jobs, but they don't make the most money. So I think that's the best tip for wealth, is do what you love and get good at it. That's very important, because you can't do what you love and count on that helping you out. You actually have to get good at it. So if you love music, for example, because I know music is something a lot of people struggle in getting a job or getting any monetary wealth from it. So think to yourself, okay, I like music. What can I do and how can I sell my passion? So yes, you can make music that comes from the heart with real emotion. Do that, but also make something that you can sell. Like for me, Facebook Live and video. I want to make feature-length movies at some point. I want to make short films or feature-length films, or do crazy stuff with Facebook Live. But I know a lot of history. I have a lot of value to give to people. So I make films as Facebook Live, and now I'm getting more opportunities from work from that. And because I love it so much and it brings value to people, I get more opportunities from it.
I think a lot of times people think that it's so binary, like I have to just do this.
Yeah.
But when I met you, the day I met you, you told me I'm a Facebook Liver, not liver.
Not liver.
I was like, what is a Facebook Liver? And you already make me, gave me a lot of questions to ask, and I'm so curious of what you do and to get to know you. And it doesn't matter. It's not like you cannot make movies or you cannot even. I also thought that you're in music.
Oh,
Like
really?
you're also like a DJ.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Well, I used to be a music writer, like write about music.
Yeah, so eventually these things that you love will intersect.
Yeah.
And that's where you're gonna have your breakthrough.
Oh, yeah. For me, it was very unique because I love video. I love walking. Like literally, that's my.
I do love walking.
To walk
in the summer, I can walk for 3 hours.
Yeah, likewise.
Like from Manhattan to Brooklyn and eat dinner and walk back.
Exactly. Those are the best things to do. And then I love history. So, and then I also love talking to people. So, luckily, Facebook Live came about, and I was able to combine all those.
Yeah.
And now I'm making something that's bringing me some success, and probably will end up bringing me lots of success.
Because they know who you are through all your videos, and you already built an audience that love watching you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so the third thing
What's
is
the-
love.
Ooh, love.
It can be love of romantic love,
Yeah.
or with your family or friends. Like just a tip on love.
Yeah, Victoria says I have my vote. And again, I'll read most of your comments.
Yes, we'll go back. We'll definitely go back
afterwards,
to
where
that.
we'll concentrate on talking. So sometimes with Facebook Live, I get so used to like immediately responding to people.
Yeah. Sorry, you guys have to wait for a little bit, but my phone will die soon. So
Okay, so love. I'm also not the best person to ask. I've been trying to figure that out for the longest time.
so what have you figured out?
Like half of my blog for 6 years was trying to figure out love and romance. Yeah, so I wrote a lot about love and romance.
Yeah.
But doing this, I've also learned, just like with wealth, by doing what you love and being good at it, romance comes a whole lot easier. Again, I don't have proof of that yet. For all of you who might not know, I am indeed single. But I don't know, I just feel it. Like now I'm meeting more like-minded people, and I realize probably end up meeting more single women that are more my crowd because I'm just doing what I love. And it's a whole lot easier just to meet people. So first of all, I found it a whole lot easier to meet people by doing what I enjoy doing.
Yes.
And I think generally by having a good social group, you end up finding romantic interests. Or if not, then I'll probably end up kicking ass in Tinder because I have awesome things that I'm doing in life. So either or. So I think with romance, just do what you love and get good at it, just like with love.
Wow.
Yeah.
Same tip applies for
Same tip.
all.
So think about this. If you're working a 9 to 5 in something you don't like too much, let's break it down. What will your social life look like? So what was actually your day job before you were a...
I've only had a 9 to 5 desk job for 3 weeks in my life.
What was that?
I would work at a TV station doing log for like commercials,
Mhm.
and I
the
cried every single night,
Oh no.
and then just decided to do everything freelance.
Okay, so what was you were logging? What were you doing in the job? What was the title of the job?
Probably doesn't even have a.
Okay, so for example, if you kept on working as a in the TV station, what would your social life look like?
I wouldn't want to see the people that I see at work,
Exactly.
and I probably want to get drunk as soon as I get out. And then I would be tired. I would stay home. I wouldn't want to go to the gym. Then I'll be watching Netflix, and I wouldn't meet anyone.
That was me for working most of my media career.
Wow.
Also getting drunk. I met some awesome people. Love my coworkers. But what we do is drink afterwards, which is cool.
Because you need to numb yourself.
Yeah, to numb yourself, especially working in 9 to 5. I think a lot of my friends who also work in the same environment probably have agreed with me. But yeah, your social life, it gets a little bit stagnant because all you do is drink after work, watch Netflix to kind of forget about your 9 to 5 because you're so tired you can't create afterwards, and you end up not really meeting people. And then because you're doing something you don't like, the people you end up meeting are all kind of ambivalent. They're people who just don't sway you one way or the other. make you passionate, or they don't
understand
or you
what
don't hate their guts,
like.
you're just okay. So the dating prospects that come from that, the romance prospects that come from that, is people also the same ilk. And that's why people have relationship problems, because they're wondering, like, wait, why can't I, like, not get along with this person? Why am I having issues? And it's because you don't know yourself yet.
And you don't love yourself yet.
Yeah.
Because you let yourself have that life that you don't like. It's kind of like a...
It's circular, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you give yourself life first, if you do what you enjoy, if you have passion within you and you're exerting that on a daily basis, then your relationships of all types, both platonic, familiar, and romantic, will all get better. Because you'll have better conversations, you'll have better things to do, you'll have better social circles.
You're like vibrating at a
You're
different
vibrating.
level.
Yeah.
You don't see the things you don't like anymore. It tracks what, similar things.
So I have a strange thing happening to me on Facebook Live.
Okay.
So I've been running into a lot of friends while on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
I already ran into like 15 friends. And to put to context, I go all around the city, and I've run into people in the city of 8 million people. I ran into particular people, and a lot of my biggest opportunities on Urbanist have come from random meetups on Facebook Live.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, my third broadcast, it was Times Square,
Yeah.
and I was doing a Facebook Live at Times Square, and I ran into Dylan Thuris, the CEO of Atlas Obscura, and I've met him before because I wanted to work with him. And he joined me on the broadcast for 5 minutes.
Wow.
And I knew someone else at Atlas Obscura, and I used that connection to say, hey, you want to share my next broadcast? And now Atlas Obscura is one of my main media partners. Another opportunity, I was doing a tour of the High Line, and while doing the tour of the High Line, I bumped into the CEO of Museum Hack. Museum Hack is this cool company that does tours for people who don't like museums. So they really make you have a lot of fun in a museum.
Wow.
And I bumped into him during the Facebook Live on the High Line, and he joined me for a few minutes, and I ended up working with him. And now they're one of my main collaborators. And I made a few awesome vlogs for him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I know this is a challenge coming. If you live in New York City, or if you are going to visit, take yourself to the High Line and walk the High Line and really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I do think that the High Line brings people together.
Yeah, people, yeah.
I was texting one of my best friends, and then we ran into him.
Yeah, we ran into one of your friends.
And your friend who is specialized in pizza.
Yeah, then we ran into Scott Weiner, who is the biggest pizza influencer of the world. YouTube looks awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so that's love. And the last one is happiness in general. Are you a happy person when you wake up?
Oh, yes. So, the biggest scoop on happiness.
Ooh, secret, lean in.
Ooh. Do what you love and be good at it.
One answer fits all.
And it's true. Because if you're doing what you love and you get good at it, you're going to have better opportunities, you're going to have better romance, you're going to have better social connections, you're going to be doing interesting things, so you're going to end up being happier because you feel more fulfilled. And I know I suggest putting it on low power mode. So I know for some of you, you're still finding out, what do I do?
Even how do I find out what I like?
And you might be in circumstances where you do have to work a 9 to 5 and support a family or something like that. But I encourage all of you, if you have something you really love, do it. Find time for it. Do it some way, and get good at it. And eventually, you'll just become happier. Whether that brings you money or not, whether it takes a year or 10 years to get anything out of it, it'll still bring happiness, romance, and wealth.
Like one thing I feel like people need to remember is that what they know already is not the end. It's not the whole truth. So you think that it's never going to work. Those are all lies you tell yourself, and also based on your experience in life. When you were hurt by someone, when you failed, when you try again next time, everything changes. You meet different people, and a different scenario will happen, and you never know. So just be open-minded and try it and take action.
Exactly. Yeah. Actually, another thing is, so I listened to this amazing TED Talk called. It was about a person who collects trash, a person who like works in the trash compartment, compacting place, factory, and he really loves what he does, and he says, "Don't only do what you love what you do." So also, I encourage all of you, and this is what I do in my own life, is to reframe what I'm doing. So you might be in a scenario where you don't fully enjoy what you're doing, but maybe you can find something good about it. So for me in community management, I don't really like the 9 to 5 type of atmosphere. But while I was working at community management, I enjoy finding good ways to connect with people in a very quick way. So that's what I enjoyed doing, and it ended up translating to what I'm doing now. So I found ways to quickly connect with people within one email or one response.
So there's something that you learned even from the job that is not like your top job.
Yeah, it was I wasn't passionate about it, but I was passionate about those aspects of it.
Yeah, ever since I left that TV station, I got transferred to the radio side, and I hosted a show. So that was like, that gave me something else to think about, even though I didn't like the company, and I learned something, and that gave me the skill for the future.
And that happened to me in my last job, where I really didn't enjoy it too much, but I ended up finding Facebook Live and really getting addicted to it. And that little aspect gave me a hint to what to keep doing in the future.
Thank you for answering all these questions.
Yeah.
And now I need to come up with new ones because
There
you
was
hacked
like a third
all of
one,
them.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There is a third one.
Okay.
So after question 2 with 4 parts, the last one, oh my God, asking you this question is so interesting. It's so meta. Because I ask every guest, what is your absolute favorite place in New York City? Well, while you meet this one that has been to every place and know all the history, or pick one experience or place that came to mind.
Just like simply the best place in New York City. That's a hard one, but I had to go to the East Village. I just love the East Village. East Village, I have all my restaurants, all the bars, all the places to see. I just love walking around there. I started really hanging out there in college when me and my friends, we weren't legal to drink yet. So what we would do is to go to the hookah bars in the East Village.
Oh.
And there's amazing...
The fruity flavored.
Yeah, the fruity flavored tobacco on the water pipe. You've probably seen it. They're also known as shisha, water pipe, narghile, depends where you're from. But there's a lot in the East Village. And we would go there, and I really love sitting down and having long conversations over a good hookah. And that translated also to just enjoying the East Village overall and really associating it with having good, fun times.
I love that area, like downtown. I'm a downtown girl.
Likewise, yeah. And Brooklyn, of course, I love Brooklyn. Yeah.
I've done so I do my pre-rolls before each interview, and I would like walk and talk. I try to find different neighborhoods. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't have to be even related to the guest, but yeah, New York City, like there's always something else you can find that.
Well, that's
that
cool that
seen.
you combine the interview with like a new, unique place of New York City.
Like sometimes, like my guest is from Manhattan, but I am in Brooklyn, and I want to show my guys like this neighborhood, and I would still do that.
Well, that's so cool. Oh my God. You should like team up with Breather and like and do different interviews in different breathers. Breather is an app where you can rent out a space to work in for an hour or two.
I should do that. Yeah, collaborating with people. Yeah.
It's the best part.
I'm so excited. Like my first YouTube live. I don't want this to end when the battery died, so I'm gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being on my first YouTube live.
Yes. That was so amazing. I thank you for inviting me to your first YouTube live. Wonderful. Again, if you want to find me, go to facebook.com/urbanistlive.
What are your social media handles?
My social media handles at urbanistlive for everything, including Facebook. And then also at the Ariel Viera. That's the one and only, the Ariel Viera.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It was wonderful.
Oh, I love that we get into that zone,
Yes.
the flow state.
The flow state
And
of
then
talking.
we come out of it.
And then we gotta answer all the questions coming on Facebook Live. So
Yep.
you're gonna
So
end this?
you guys gonna go to Facebook now to Urbanist Live, and you can see the next part two.
Yeah, feel free to ask questions to Olive as well.